Welcome back, guys, to another Tressa's Collectibles gameplay video. My name is Mike, and joining me, as always, is Randall, aka Shizukatz.
How's it going, guys?
Continuing our Slime 3 content block, we have once again our deck profile feature, 8 Pants Shizu+Mjurran, the same deck that you guys saw in our previous video, but this time we are going to play another new Slime deck against it. New variant of 8 Standby. So one of the popular builds back when Slime 2 came out was 8 Standby with the level 1 stock charger Rimuru into the level 3 Milim. However, with the new set, we did receive another very cool climax combo, the level 2 Benimaru, which allows us to either stand a character immediately when we're level 2 and have yellow and red in our level zone to start pressuring our opponent, or we can just burn one. So it's a decent mid-game way to put on some aggro if we're already set up for a level 3 game.
Yeah, and there's been a lot of discussion on how the best way to play 8 Standby is as of the third set. Even now, with the set having been out in Japanese for a little bit, we're still not quite sure what the best build is, but this is a pretty solid lineup. Meanwhile, as Mike said, I'm going to be playing the Shizu+Mjurran double advantage engine. That's going to be, it's basically just going to be Shizu going towards Mjurran, and then Mjurran is going to be hard compressing us and searching our end game, where we have many non-climax combo finisher options that are all quite strong that we can utilize in our end game.
Our deck also tries to get a big board out, especially since we're playing Standby. We have a lot of ways to cheat out a lot of big power boosts. We also do run that double back row support of the level 0 Mjurran and the level 2 Shuna, but we can get that out at level 1 actually. But our game plan isn't so much compressing. We don't have the tools to compress hard as part of a game plan, but we have ways to get out really big bodies really efficiently and start being very aggressive with our damage potential.
Yep, and then all ending up on that 3-2 Milim. I'm gonna actually have to watch out for that one because the Drago Buster, if I get super compressed, can really mess me up.
Yeah, top check 7. Count how many climaxes there are. Those 7 go back into his deck, and then he just puts the top card of his deck into clock. X times equals the number of climaxes revealed. If he has, you know, a very good compression, 5 and 7, maybe he's just gonna clock himself multiple times.
I'm dead. Maybe I'm just dead. So I will have to watch out for that. She does have to reverse, so I can be conscious of the power levels, but also
I can just hard.
You can hard play it for 5 if you really
Which,
want
like
to.
in this deck, 5 stock is nothing. So you can deny my reverses, but maybe we can still get through it nonetheless.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, very exciting matchup. I honestly, it's going to be a pretty difficult matchup for me, just kind of thinking about it, because the power lanes are so big, and he has ways to get counters consistently. So I'll have to be very aggressive with standing out my power lines. Alrighty, let's see who's going first.
Me.
Okay. Second.
I'm... Do I want to ditch more than one? I'm going to ditch just one.
Okay. Oh. I'm pitching 5. So in this particular build, especially with this kind of hand, I'm not too keen on just holding a climax because there's really not much good cards to actually stand by out at level 0 for this deck. And I'm just more concerned about finding good level 0s.
Alright, draw for turn. Oh. Alright, we're going to clock a level 1 climax.
Okay, well.
Okay. And then we'll draw 2. And we're going to lead off with the level 0 Hakuro. This is an anti-on-death ability kind of profile. So, first of all, while he's on board, I cannot play events or backups. Not that I run any events or am going to use any backups right now, but when his battle opponent becomes reversed, I can send that reversed opponent to stock, and then the bottom stock falls out. So we'll go with a direct attack for 2. 3, I have no climax and waiting room to grab, so we'll just be going for 3.
That's all.
Go ahead.
Let's do a standby. Oh, I have a level 0 now. Alright, draw for turn. Alright, that card is the bane of my existence. We didn't get to showcase it in our last deck, or in our last gameplay video, even though there is a very juicy target in the level 0 Escanor, but this particular deck does play the level 0 Shuna, which is similarly susceptible. What is this hand?
So you do actually have a way to contest this if you are able to get that level 0 yellow Rimuru, the one that you just canceled with. That one has on play mill 2, and for each Demon Continent character you milled, it gets plus 1k, allowing it to potentially go up to 4k. It doesn't sound like you have it.
But you know what is better than a 1-card answer? A 3-card answer.
Huh?
Alright, so we're gonna play a Shuna. We're gonna play another Shuna. We're gonna play another Shuna.
Oh my god. On attack, give 15 to another.
Yep. So I'll attack here, and all power here. This will be 4k, and he can't possibly answer all of my Shunas. So we'll probably get a +1 somewhere.
Oh no.
Direct attack, give another character 15. I'll give it here.
Yep.
For 2. Hey, my 1-card answer.
Take the 2.
Direct attack, give 15 here. For 3.
1, 2. I'm just going straight to... Okay.
That's what we like to see. And front, power here. Stand by my level 0.
Okay, dude. Level?
Yeah.
Our only blue target is Mjurran.
That's a bit awkward.
I'm not gonna level.
Yeah. Well, you should just clock the blue.
Yeah.
That might be a bit awkward, though.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
This is dead.
Alright, yeah, you're go.
Alright, draw for a turn. Alright, we're gonna clock Yom for
our there we go.
And then we'll draw 2. Okay. So I do need to pay that climax out. And in order to do it, we will play a level 0 Soe. I'll use his effect Drop Search on play. I'm going to pay 1, and I'm going to discard... I'm not using this turn, so I can get it back off a Shizu combo. I'll discard a Brainstorm, and I'm going to grab Shizu.
Yeah. And I suppose the plan is to level the 1-0 blue when you go to level 2, right? So you probably don't need to level swap here.
Yeah. The priority is blue and red first, because those are the ones that I actually have cards of those colors to play. And then yellow doesn't actually come in until level 3, and it's only for the
Benimaru.
No, I mean, it's for the Benimaru to fulfill his experience condition, but also for the Xion level 3.
Right, to actually play her.
Yeah. Alright. Alright, so we'll go with 3 Shizus. So you can have that. You can have all that. Go ahead. Alright, and then we'll play our 1k1 climax. So we'll front with the Shizu, use her climax combo on attack mill 2, add up the levels of the 2 milled cards, and salvage.
We like to see 2.
We love
to see 2.
Because it allows me to salvage my Mjurran level 2, and this is going to be for 3. I want that.
Okay, 1, 2, cancel.
Alright, well, bye. Alright, for the next one, we'll front mill a 0 and a 0, and off that, I'm going to get back that Brainstorm that I discarded earlier. And this is going to be for 3.
Oh, that's not bad.
I don't have a Mjurran climax in here, so I'm just going to grab a Shizu climax.
So that's 3.
Yeah.
2, 3. Look at all these Benimarus.
And then with the last one, we'll mill 2, 0 plus 0. And to utilize the climax that I just got, I'm going to salvage the level 0 Rimuru, which has the double on-play filter effect. One of which is a Ditch Climax salvage. And this is going to be for 3.
1, 2, and 3 level.
Okay.
Alright, no yellow, unfortunately. Yellow is our ideal level 1 target to level because we do have a 1-0 Milla or 1-0 Shuna that requires yellow experience. So what blue card do we want to clock or level?
Well, you probably still want to level red here because there's cards later that need red and yellow.
Yeah.
Right?
Like I'm just debating between these 5.
Yeah.
Probably just the Shuna, especially since she's not useful now.
I think the Shuna is probably fine.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Alright, how many?
Alright, well, so we'll start one at a time on death. K1. And this does clock from the top of our deck. It's not like the privileged Hololive version and the Escanor version. And top trick 2. And we add only 1. This makes me want to do it again. Yeah. I would really want
yellow.
More of anything, honestly. 1.
You have yellow secured for later, though.
I think I'll stop there.
Okay, so it was what was this character that you pulled for the second one? 2 on shoot. All right, I guess you're set.
This is only a +2, but you know it could be worse.
And pluses are pluses.
But I wanted a +4. I gotta check my waiting to see what standby targets I have. So I do have this here. So I think the rest of my hand is How many climaxes am I out? I'm out quite a bit.
5?
5. Alright. Clock. Draw 2. Attack. 4. Alright. If we get a level 0 Rimu, we can not only get to a good refresh, but also maybe contest one of his Shizus. What am I clocking? I think the cards that I have here are all fairly important, so we're going to clock this. Draw 2.
I mean, you mainly want to be standbying that out anyway, right?
Yeah. But like I have some consideration, given that I probably want to standby out Benimaru first, and if I don't trigger another standby, then I might want to hold this just to hard play it. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Okay, start with the level 0 Rimu. So he has 2 on-play effects, both of which are mandatory.
No. One's on play, one's on death.
Oh, okay, sorry. The on-play is the Mill 2, and the on-death is the Mill 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll on-play Mill 2.
Yeah.
So he gets 2k. And then... what else am I doing? So that's 4. This is a beater.
Unfortunately, can't use her effect because it requires yellow and level.
Yep.
But it beats a Shizu, so that's better than nothing.
Alright, so 5. So I could either brainstorm here, or I can just Xion. I think I'm probably going to Xion here, just for the higher chance of a +1. I don't have that many climaxes left in my deck. We'll push this up. And we'll play these. And I think that's it. So this will contest his entire board. The Xion will bounce to give this standby out remove 2k. Alright, so let's play standby. We'll pay 1. When I play a climax, Xion allows me to pay 1. Oh, I would hit. Oh my.
Okay.
The wrong decision was made.
Well,
one target.
Hold on. Your milling is perfect. You get to attack 3 times, and then when these both crash, you'll mill 4.
Yeah.
So it's actually perfect.
We could have brainstormed here too. Alright,
True.
And then next I will activate her bounce back effect when I play any climax to give this Rimu 2k, leaving us an empty slot to activate our standby, bring out Benimaru.
Okay.
Alrighty, so front attack here, 4k for 2.
1, 2, take it. My on reverse ability activates.
Yep.
When I get reversed, I reveal the top card of my deck. If it is a Demon Continent character, I may send this to memory. And it is, so there you go.
Okay, and then front attack here for 1.
Take the 1, same thing, send to memory.
And front attack for 2.
1, 2, cancel.
Okay,
Reveal top, memory.
look at all that free memory.
Yep.
Alright, so on death mill 2, nothing happens. On death mill 2, nothing happens. And you're go.
Alright, I'll draw for turn, and I need to count my deck. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And then that. So let's see, what am I clocking here? So you're out all 8, right?
Correct.
I think from this position, I'm going to... I'm going to clock the 2-1 Shuna. Draw 2. Alright, and then, so I can attack 3 times, Shizu combo, Brainstorm, and then use Millum. I think that's the play. And then that goes through 1 card, that goes through 1 card.
Yeah, Randall's about to get 4 memory this game.
Maybe. I'll start by playing Rimuru level 0. Reveal the top card of my deck. If it is a Demon Continent character, I add it to my hand, discard a card. I'll discard Millum. And then I'll use the second effect, discard Climax Salvage. We're going to use that to grab Millum level 0. I'm going to Brainstorm next. So I have a Climax here, so I want to see if I can pay 2 stock. The thing is that if I hit this Brainstorm, I take a card out of my deck, and then the Millum would actually make it so that my Climax doesn't go back in with the refresh, so we'll have to change the plans, so I want to do this first. Okay, we do hit.
Ooh, nice.
So now I have... So after I take a card out of my deck... Yeah, because if I use Milim, then I would take a card out and go down to 5, and then it would be attack, 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 mill, mill. So how do I want to do this? I think I'm probably just going to be okay with refreshing 6.
Yeah, just refresh into level 2.
Yeah. So I'm gonna grab a Mjurran.
Alright, so now we know he has exactly 2 Mjurrans in his hand.
Yep. Alright.
Top.
Then we'll play Milim. Not gonna use the hand to stock effect because I want to pay this out.
Yeah.
Man, if I could do it in the other order, my lord. Alright. I will pay 1, sack this. And we will look at 1. And I want as many clean triggers as possible, so we're just going to stop there and take this. Next, I'll play a Shizu, and... Oh, wait, I don't need to play that. I just need to move this. Okay, there we go.
Alright.
And then we will play our 1k1.
Okay, can you check your... Actually, I'll check right before you refresh, I guess. Just
Sure.
Yeah.
Alright. We're going to go here first. Mill 2. I have 2 more level 3s in my deck, so I just need to hit one of them. Alright, cool. And then we have the Mjurran.
Yep, so now we know he has 3.
And this is going to be for 2.
Okay. There you go. Okay, fresh and 2.
Alright. We'll direct here for 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Level.
Okay.
Want to level yellow, so let's get that Shion in there now. And then I'm going to take a look at your Ray Room real quick.
And then final attack is going to be with the Soe for 3.
Okay. So good habit, especially in these board-based matchups, is just to make sure you know where all the things are. So we know that he doesn't have a counter in his hand, but we also know that he's just going to search them. He has 3 Mjurrans and a Climax in his hand.
You know I have a Shion level 3.
Shion level 3.
And then Geld counters here in my clock.
Yeah, and then no 2 in Shuna. So we can maybe hope for a no level 2k. We'll see.
Okay, and so this is going to be the last attack for 3. I'm refreshing with 6. And refresh point will be that. I want to level blue here rather than yellow, just to secure that, and then we'll try to get yellow later. Yeah, that's for 3. There's no way, right? Okay.
Alright, that was very spooky.
Go ahead.
For turn. I would say that if we don't draw a Benimaru Climax this turn, we are in a very difficult spot here. But if we do, then we might have some play. As a result, I think I do want to clock here. As much as I hate to, we're going to try to rely on the fact that we have pretty decent compression after taking all that damage to hopefully
cancel some more,
or maybe set up some really nice standbys and get the 2-1 support out, get the 3-2 out. But first things first, we need to find the Benimaru Climax, and we did.
Oh, nice.
We get to do some very cool stuff now.
So now you can bring out the 3-2 Benny in the front row.
And then if we trigger, we can bring out the 2-1 in the back row. Alright. There is some stuff that we might want to salvage later in the weight room, so let's just go with a level 0 Rimu. I'll play mill 2. Alright, so we'll get 1,000.
Okay.
And we might as well just
give power
somewhere.
Yeah.
And then we'll prepare that. Positions shouldn't really matter. Everything's global.
Yeah, for both of us.
Yeah, so let's just do that. All right. Let's play standby. I'll give 2k to this Rimu. Do I want to pay 1 top check 4? Honestly, I don't really see a point. So we will not pay 1 top check 4, and then I'm going to activate standby, bring out the 3-2 Benimaru, and activate Benimaru's effect. If I have yellow and red in my level zone, and he's in the front row, I can stand the character, And then let's just start blasting. We know he doesn't have anti-change because we checked his counters, so I'm going to attack with the Benimaru last just to see if I do want to burn one or not. I guess the proper way probably should have been this.
Oh yeah, because then you get
the confirmation of what you're drawing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll do this.
Yeah.
Front for 1.
Take 1.
Front for 1.
Take 1.
And front for 2. No standby.
1, 2. No cancels. Hello. It's not actually. I'm not that compressed. So it's like.
Yeah. Do I want to burn 1? Important things here is that I do have to activate my effect first before his top check. So I can't be like, well, do top check. Let me burn that out. 6 stock. I will burn. Let's just be aggressive there.
Cancel.
Okay.
Top check.
Okay.
I can use it.
Yeah.
All right. Stand and draw. Do I even clock here then?
You got double climax in your hand. You got that set up.
Yeah, I could just not clock. Okay, so your powers are 11-5.
11-5, 10-5, base.
Whatever. Okay. I don't really have any way other than hard draw the 2/1 Shuna out of this to actually.
Yeah, because if you brainstorm, then you have to pay 1 to play it, and then that means you can't triple Mjurran.
Yeah. I wonder how worth that is. That could be worth it. Okay, first things first, I think I will be clocking here just because I want to secure my yellow. So we'll clock the Xian, draw 2. That card sucks. Yeah, I think I will brainstorm here.
Okay.
So, see what we hit.
Oh, there that goes.
There it goes. And I didn't even hit.
Okay.
Okay, I'm triple shooting. I'm triple Mjurraning.
Might as well go back to 6 stock.
Alright. Oh, baby, a triple.
Yep.
Alright.
Yep.
Now I need to decide what I want to do for my last card. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to play the Rimuru Bonder and discard this card, where if I put this here, then I can't back up, so I don't really want to do that. We'll grab our Clock Shooter.
Yeah.
And then I also get to top check to rearrange.
And it's gone.
Yep. And then we're going to play Climax and then search 3 times. So our search targets will be, I'll get the Memory Kit counter, I'll get the Milim level 0, and I guess I'll get Milim level 3.
Okay.
Because all my other finishers are my clock.
Yeah. It's unfortunate that you had to feel the need to clock the 3/2 Xian. That's probably one of the yellows you want to clock the least. But more important than that is getting any yellow in there at all. If you don't have any yellow, you can't actually play Benimaru's.
Yeah. This isn't too bad though. As far as stock goes, we'll go 2 Hakuros and a Riki.
You don't want to stock shoot my guy?
Nah, you're going to mill 2 Climaxes.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
So we'll go to attacks. Let's start with this one first. I'm trying to think if order really matters. I don't think it matters though.
No, I don't think so.
Alright. I'm pretty sure it's just like you counter here, you encore here.
Tie there.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
Alright, we'll front here. This is going to be for 2.
Okay, and I will just counter.
Yep.
This is anti-change, but he has no level 3, so no point.
Yeah. So this is going to be for 2.
1, 2. 2's good.
Alright. Would you like to
I
burn?
will not. I will not. I will not? Question mark? Yeah, no burn.
Alright. I'm going to side attack this one. I have a lot of triggers in my deck, so let's see if I can...
Side for 1, that's still good enough to hit me to level 3.
Side for 1.
No salvage, right?
No salvage.
Okay, 1. Cancel.
Darn. Alright, front. For 3, I will not salvage again.
1, cancel. On death, no 2. Nothing happens.
Okay.
Alright. How many? 5?
I am out 1, 2, 3.
3.
5.
All right, 5 cumulative. Okay.
Yeah.
Draw for turn. So we know he has another Shuna+ in hand.
Mjurran pants?
Oh, Mjurran pants, yeah. Slime characters are characters. Okay. I triggered 2. What is the play here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Can I check what you're on?
Yeah.
Let's see how many of each climax you're on. Let's see. Benny, 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 Benny. Millen.
Alright, well, one thing is for certain, we're not clocking. Clocking would just ruin our compression, but we do want to try to get to a state where we can refresh well. If we brainstorm. Yeah, let's just start with a brainstorm. Maybe the search brainstorm can mill us a good amount of cards as we hit. Alright, search 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. There's really not much of value here.
Okay. Benimaru.
Okay. So I think my goal here is just to refresh as well as possible. I'm not going to bother trying to save this Millen climax for a climax combo turn. I don't think it's very influential compared to the downside of just trying to throw all my climaxes back into my deck. If I play the Rimu, I'm not going to be able to refresh with that climax back, so I will elect to play something else instead. Let's play the Soe. See what's on the top. I'll discard another Soe. Reveal top. Level 0 or lower. So your Mjurrans are 10, 5. 5. Standby out. The 2, 1, then Benimaru becomes 12, 5, which is not good for counter range, but I can pump it up to 14, 5, which is out of the counter range. Benimaru in himself will be 13, 5, which is out of counter range for everything except memory kick counter, which I think I just saw that he milled. Or did I mill that? No, I milled
No, I searched it.
Yeah, you searched it, I milled it. But like, if you memory kicks this, I don't think I really care.
I mean, it would tie.
Yeah,
So
wouldn't really matter.
yeah.
So with that being said, there's really not much here that I want, so I'll just go for another Benimaru. Okay, another Soe. That's a 0. So if he's going to level 3 next turn, there is a possibility that he plays a Millen to ping me for 1 and then refreshes me or levels me up to 3-0. So I want to mill exactly 1 card. So I think I'll take the opportunity to just Xian for that level 0 that we just saw. Just to avoid that decompression. Okay, let's move things around and play standby. I'll give 2k to the Benimaru.
Yep.
And then also pay 1 to look at 1. Add that Shuna, standby out the 2-1.
Hand size?
5.
Okay.
And then we'll start attacking. Direct for 2.
1, 2, level up. Okay, and I'll level yellow. Thankfully, we got another yellow card that we would much rather level.
Instead of that Xian, yeah. Alright, this will front. Power line is 10, 11, 12, 13, 5.
Yeah.
For standby,
15.
we're going to go with this.
Millen.
So that's still, no, just 13, 5. Okay. So for 2.
Cancel.
And then front, this is 14, 5 for 3.
Cancel. So I'm going back 4. How many are you going?
I'm out 7, and I have the option here of pay 2, burn 1, and I can go back with 8. And that sounds like a very attractive proposition here. So I will do that. So once you refresh, I will most likely pay that too.
How many...
Drago Buster?
No, how many counters are you out?
1,
Memory
2.
kick, anti-change. Okay.
And that's it.
Yeah. Alright.
Okay.
Refresh. And then
Okay, I'll pay 2 on reverse to burn 1.
take 1.
Alright, here we go.
These are dead. So your board are...
so this is 13-5.
5.
This is 14-5.
Yeah.
And this is 12-5.
Okay. Draw for turn. That's a card of all time.
Oh, we like those cards of all time.
Okay, so let's see. This is 12-5?
12-5.
Okay. We're gonna not clock. I'm gonna start with Millum, and I'm going to pray the top card is a hit. Burn 1.
Burn 1. Refresh 8. So I will actually refresh here first, and then this removal will become my new clock damage. Okay. First point.
Okay.
Ow. Okay.
Alright. This mandatory effect of this Rimuru is that when I play the Dragonoid Millum, this must go to stock, and then the Millum that I played gets 1500 power until end of turn. And then we're going to play another one.
Okay, burn 1.
Burn 1. And then we're going to play the card I top decked.
Oh, baby! Whoa.
Okay.
My board's dead.
And here, you can have that guy.
Okay. Let's go, Benimaru.
Oh, wait, actually, hold the phone. I'm gonna play Millum, and I'm gonna put a card from hand
Oh
to
my! He can clock shoot twice now. That's scary. Oh, he has a climax. That's super scary.
Okay. All right. So.
Oh, I wish I had a counter.
Well, front for 2.
Yeah. 1, 2. Oh, I'm in danger.
All right. So we front attack here. So every time another one of my characters attacks, this gets 1k. So this is 9/5 plus 15 from the thingy.
Oh,
so
was it this one or this one?
this one. It's
Okay.
this one.
So that's 9/5 plus 15 from the 1/0 plus the 1k1 plus these plus this. So 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 5/5.
15k.
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 Should be 15k.
All right. Fronting for 15k.
Yeah.
For 4.
All right, 4 is good. We'll cancel on 4 like a good player. We're dead.
And then we would clock shoot.
Clock shoot.
And then this would actually become smaller.
Because I lost the global 15.
Yeah, so now this one, after 2 attacks plus this would be 14/5 to your
13.
13.
Now, he knows I don't have counters.
And then
It's 4, and then he can
clock
clock
shoot,
shoot again.
Okay.
All right.
All right. That ended up being a kind of crazy finisher turn when I drew this.
Yeah, couldn't
yeah.
you still have reversed me, given that you knew I didn't have counters without the 2-1, or would you not have been able to? Because this would have been 11 and a 12 here.
I couldn't reverse the second one because it would have been only 12/5.
Oh.
Right? Because after 2
Yes.
attacks.
Yes. Well, the first one would have been 11 and 12 here, so you couldn't even clock shoot the Benimaru.
Well, I could because of the Rimuru buff. The buff from this Rimuru would have made it big enough, right?
Wouldn't that have only been 12?
If I didn't have this, and then if I attack with the one that's not buffed, or what?
Right, because like your idea was you need to clock shoot Benimaru first, right?
Yeah.
So like the Benimaru was 12-5.
So if I attack with 1,
That would put it up to 12 or 10-5 non-buff. 12 with the
10-5.
buff.
yeah, it's not enough. Okay,
We just need to draw the card. I mean, simply draw the out.
Yeah, and then I played this, and I was just like, wait a minute, I have double clock kick. So,
Yeah. And honestly, like my final turn wouldn't have been like because like I don't really have much. I was trying to see if I could have the Millum survive. So if I draw into that climax, I can do something with it. But I think we got to show off a lot of the dynamic of the power struggle for this. This particular matchup. One thing that I it's not a regret, it just didn't really come into play, was these cards are actually really powerful cards that I just didn't really get to show them off. The level 1 Shuna allows me to actively hand filter and control my deck size, while also being one of the only cards that actually grabbed me Drago Buster, because it is a level 1 or higher card, while the Xion has the ability to just grab me more climaxes, which is another thing that we lost through the losing of the level 0 Millum Brainstorm from set 2 that specifically works in tandem with a 3/2. So these two cards kind of fulfill that role that allows me to kind of get more cards in hand. And then obviously without like a level 1 without having yellow, the Shuna can't activate. And then I just never really got a chance to play the Xion because I just drew into the Benimaru climax.
Speaking of that mill and brainstorm, so obviously your backrow is
just occupied.
It's accommodating this backrow setup. But do you think that like potentially running like maybe 1 or 2 mill and brainstorm?
It's hard to say. I do think that players certainly will want to consider it, especially given how easy it is to access because of things like the Soe. You could do a lot with very little as long as you have the hand size, right? And hand really isn't an issue because most of the finishing power in this deck comes from stock. So even if you have, like, for example, like I had like nothing here, but if I just had a brainstorm, I could just start converting them into top check 3s, which could potentially get me the things I need, like Drago Buster or the Climax.
Right.
So even like maybe 1 would be a really nice consideration, obviously considering if we have the 3/2 Millum. So I don't think it's mutually exclusive running the backrow package and maybe a Millum just for that extra flexibility. But these cards are certainly very strong on their own right, especially I think that the Xion is a really good level 1 beater, especially if you go into those matchups where, for example, like 7 Deadly Sins, where you know their max power line is just that 6/5, maybe 7 if they have a front 500.
Yeah.
If you stand by out the 2/1, and then you could just have the setup, the Xion is 8k, this is 7k, and they're just going to force to be siding or crashing that, and that gives you more soul damage.
Yeah.
So this is a really solid level 1 setup if you just want to try to win some board. But depending on the matchup, you might want to prioritize the Benimaru more. But I do like how flexible that game plan is, where you can just go for the setup where you can just get 3 pluses off of these guys being big enough in certain matchups. Or you go for the Benimaru, where you have a very powerful play at level 2 to immediately pressure your opponent with a very high-powered board to maybe answer their own high-powered board.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely, it's a very different playstyle than obviously the old 8 standby deck, where you're kind of just getting a bunch of stock, playing Gels to try to protect your Rimurus. This deck, it's board for it has less opportunities to kind of force reverses with the Millum, since you're generally just going to have very large boards. But we do have a very, very useful new tool in the 2/1 anti-change counter, which is not only cheaper than usual because you do need yellow and red in your experience, but it's pay 1 and just sack any of the Demon Continent characters. So you play things right, you always have a slot for the Millum to reverse there.
Yeah. And then, like you said, stock really isn't much of an issue, or hand really isn't much of an issue either. So it's like you can afford to like discard this to sack a character if it means that you have higher impact on your late game.
Yeah. So I think this is a pretty fun build, and I do think that it can potentially be positioned very well if you plan out your matchups to be very power focused. You have a hexproof board, you have the level 0 Xion that can get significant buff in power, right? Let's say you're trying to like get really high power the moment you hit level 2. You could perhaps have a setup where you have something like this, and maybe just like some guy, or maybe you want to hard play another Benimaru when you're level 2, and you can just bounce, give power, standby out,
3/2
Benimaru, and then your board is just gigantic.
Yeah.
And then you could even burn 1 and just start being a lot more aggressive.
Yeah. One other card, so like as you mentioned with the 3/2 Millum, if your board is too big, it does sometimes present the issue where like you don't have reverse targets. And so one card that another one of our local players has thought of using, which isn't in this deck obviously, is the 3/2 Hinata. Have you taken a look at that card? It's a green one actually from the new set. So
who's Hinata?
She's the girl with like the short black hair that like she's a sword fighter.
Oh yes, I do know. Yes.
Yeah. So her card is on play. You can blind stock 1 and then choose one of your opponent's characters to level it down or to shrink it. Like obviously being green, you're not going to be playing it from hand. But her other effect is when she reverses a battle opponent, you can discard 2 cards, burn X to your opponent, where X is the number of their reversed characters. So if you present a board of multiple Benimarus and like a Hinata, then no matter, like your board is going to be huge, and your opponent is just going to be like chumping, and you're going to be like, okay, burn 1, burn X, like yeah. And then another thing I think is really cool about that particular package is that the costs between the two are diverse, because you have Benimaru paying stock and Hinata discarding cards.
One thing that this deck does really well, is that it can use all its resources pretty efficiently. I think right now this current list is a bit overloaded on ways to use hand, but like I think that can be very easily remedied through, you know, for example, that 3/2 or
overloaded for hand or overloaded for stock?
For hand, because like you don't really have that much stock things that use hand. You have ways to use stock very easily.
Oh, okay. That's what you meant. Okay.
Yeah. So like if you want to add that mill and brainstorm I talked about, or want to use something that can use hand to burn for more, I do think this deck has a lot of flexibility. One other thing that I kind of wanted to very briefly mention is that, do you think, as you know, the expert slime player, that is there a world in which we could play a standby that is a Millim and just use like off climax finishers, like we can do in like the Mjurran build, for example? Because set 3 does have a lot of really powerful off climax finishers. Do you think it might be worth it to maybe play a level 1 combo and a level 2 combo, or do you think that this is probably the best combination for now?
So, like I said at the beginning, it's still up for debate whether like what is like the optimal build for 8 standby. I have seen builds that run like level 1 Rimuru standby combo, or I assume you meant like keeping it 8 standby, right?
Yeah. Like so 8 standby show.
Yeah, so I have seen builds that run 1-0 Rimuru into like 2-1 Benimaru. The main problem that came up is that any climaxes that you trigger on an early copy of Rimuru, they're just like, see ya. Like they're gone for the rest of the game. You're not using stock aggressively in the same way you would use like Geld in a set 2 build, where you can like pay 3 stock encore and things like that. So that was one potential issue. But one thing that I do like about that particular shell is the ability to standby out the backrow package and turn the Rimuru, who normally has offensive power problems, being only 55 and can't side. It allows you to make him much bigger between the combination of the 2k pump from this as well as the new Shion Amagi.
Yeah.
So obviously they had the Rimuru from the previous set that could bounce to give 2k the same way the Shion can, but this one just has like a much better second.
Yeah, like you actually get plussing off of, you know, playing any climax all the time. Yeah. Especially when you have the Rimuru that charges stock, you just turn that stock into actual hand.
Yeah. So we have seen that, and then as far as the non-climax combo finishers, like I said, the Hinata is a pretty good consideration. Not this one. The Hinata is a pretty good consideration, and then we have also seen this. It fits into the shell already as is, since you're already trying to get 2 colors. Basically, what you would need to do from that point is accommodate a 3rd color, blue.
You need blue, yeah. And like the deck for standby does play a good amount of blue. You have the Soei that is a natural fit in every standby deck.
Yeah, Mjurran as well.
A couple copies of Mjurran.
Yeah, so it's not the worst. You could also play the drop search in that particular deck as well if you want extra security in securing blue. He's also blue himself, so like there's a lot of flexibility in the kind of strategies that you can do, and I think that that's a really cool part about standby that you don't really see as much from like the other slime builds. Mostly just because this is the one that's been like tried and tested, and a lot of people have kind of refined the list.
Yeah, but overall, I think one of my favorite aspects of Slime 3 is the fact that they gave us a lot of really powerful off-climax options, which, you know, they're not free. You do have to deck build around them, and that's kind of like the restraint. But if you can deck build in a certain way to accommodate, you know, the Benimaru, then that opens up your climax line into being able to be a lot more flexible with like a level 1 and a level 2 combo. Because normally, in sets that don't have good off-climax finishers, you're forced to play a level 3 climax. And obviously, level 3 climaxes are very strong, but having another option allows for a lot more flexible deck building, a lot more creativity, and that's definitely what we like to see in our Weiss Schwarz deck building. So hopefully that gave you guys a lot of inspiration as to how you want to build your own 8 standby deck, and how this particular standby deck plays out. Coming up, we will have another slime mirror match, this time featuring completely different decks, so you guys will not want to miss that. But until then, this has been Mike and Randall, as always, on the Tressa Collectibles channel, and we'll see you guys in our final game.
All right, bye guys.
Later.